25 right now. We're going to detour away from our Irene coverage to talk about dating and relationships. Listen, it's not rocket science to figure out that men and women view relationships very, very differently. But what are those differences? Joining us now to talk about it is Janie Lacy, our relationship expert. Thanks so much for coming in.
Good morning, Michelle.
All right, so I found that this study was surprising at some point. So let's walk through these 5 things that were totally different between men and women. Now, the first one is about money.
It is about money, and it can be surprising for most people because when we think about women today, they have more advanced degrees, they have careers, and some of them can make just as much money as their counterparts of men. But men still want to be the ones to pay for dates. They want to be the one to pay for those dates until the relationship is established. So for women that will try to pull out that wallet and want to let that man know that, you know, and I'm not in this for the money, for some men they can get offended.
Right. You know, I noticed that it's until the relationship is established, right? Because then after that, it's all downhill from there. We have to share everything.
50-50.
50-50. Darn it. My free dinners are out the window. All right, the next one that's up is about what I think was the most shocking one for me out of this whole trip of 5. And it's all about forgiveness of a certain body part.
You're right. For most women, we are more forgiving when it comes to changes with body parts, so to speak, where men will tend to, and this is a general statement, men will tend to be more upset or will feel a little bit more distance if their lady gains some weight.
I know, and that to me is just a little strange because I want to say, listen, everybody gets older, everybody gains weight, whether it's in the tummy or somewhere else. I mean,
right.
For both sexes. So, you know, guys,
beauty fades, but for the most part, for women, we do like more of the emotional connection, so which will in turn make us more forgiving if some body changes change.
Right.
But for men, in a general sense, are still more visual than women are.
They will always be, right? All right, coming in at number 3, what the partners would like to change most about their spouse.
This shouldn't be a surprise for most men, but for most men, they would say that they would want to change their partner's mood or her attitude. Where for women, if it comes to their partner himself, they wouldn't change anything. They would change more behavioral things like clean the house and those types of things, but himself, they wouldn't change anything. But for men, they would want that attitude and that moodiness to go away.
Were you shocked about that one? Were you shocked? They just don't want to be nagged.
Exactly.
All right, and then the last one is what would make someone be satisfied in life? What particular item? Women, I thought, had an interesting one.
Yeah, for women in a general sense, it comes down to having a beautiful home, and there's many reasons for it because it's the nesting that's going to be where they raise their kids, where they have family and friends over, where they have peace and things of that nature. But for men, it's their family. And for many times when we look at this type of point, it's if their family's happy, they felt like they've done their job. If their kids are happy, their wife is happy, then they can sit back and
they can say, all right, I'm a good provider, everything's okay in my world. Pretty much.
Pretty much. All right. At least it appears that way.
Well, I thought that was some good statistics we found from that new study. Thank you so much, Janie Lacy, for joining us. We always love having you. Let's send it back over to Amy.
Ladies, thank you.